Shalom, brothers and sisters. All praises to the Most High for another day bestowed upon us. It's a little cold out there, and hopefully we can spend some time with the Most High today and get some of His word in our hearts and mind, and study on the real truth of the Most High and the way we're supposed to walk in His word and in His will according to the Scriptures. Uh, I'm gonna give a little chance to. You might not hear the music on Facebook because we also live on YouTube, and the music probably going to be coming through over there through the box instead of on the radio, so you probably won't hear it, but it'll be playing. Just won't be playing for you. But we ain't going to have much of it. Because we're going to have a deep discussion on vain traditions and customs today and who to truly believe in. Let's go. You boy, you over there. What are you doing at me gate talking about lick me in the blood clot? You don't lick me in the blood clot. We gotta get out of these ways. You know, see it? Yeah. They wanna walk in their own way. 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 Walk, they walk, they walk, they walk. They wanna walk in their own way. Don't wanna have nothing in common. They wanna walk in their own way. Every man is for himself instead of every man being for every man. We for ourselves. We used to be together, but ever since the colonizers came, they changed our religion. They changed the way. They wanna walk in their own way. They wanted to walk in their own way. They wanna 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 walk in their own way. Walk. They teach you to talk like this. They wanna walk in their own way. In their ways, they're walking. They wanna walk in their own way. They wanna walk in their own ways. They walk. They walk. They walk. They wanna walk. You keep on talking. They wanna walk in their own way. You change this whole world around. They wanna walk in their own way. Change the whole world around. Now you can walk in your way, and you can talk in your way, and you have no consequence that you think. But the judgment day will come, and you will stand before your maker, and you will have to give account. Did you help the poor? Did you heal the sick? Did you help the weak? Did you even speak? Did you walk upon them? Did you leave them behind? They say what they say. They play how they play. They don't care no way. They wanna walk their own way. They wanna walk in their own way. They wanna walk in their own way. Cause the Messiah said, he said Saturday, they say Sunday, he He said from sun up to sundown, they say from midnight to midnight. They just change every day. They just trying to walk in their own way. They're walking and they're talking in their way. In their ways, they're walking. They want to walk in their own way. They want to walk in their own way. And that's what they doing now. Boy, you over there. What are you doing? They're walking in their own ways. They have found a way to devise and despise the Most High God. And they doing it without thinking there'll be any repercussions. And it's not going to be like that. It's going to be some awful repercussions. And you may laugh now, but you're going to cry later. And you know the sad part about it? It's not going to be a cry for a day or hour. It's going to be for eternity. Because you forgot the God who created you. You forgot the warnings and the signs he gave you. You forgot to serve the Most High God, but you never forgot to serve the devil because it's so much easier. It's so much easier to walk around naked, sag your pants, be gay. All these things, they're easy to do because everybody doing them. It seems like the norm. But it's the norm because you don't understand the Most High God and don't see the calm before the storm. And it's going to happen. I just want to say shalom to all my brothers and sisters out there. I pray for the homeless, the motherless, the fatherless, those in prison, those falsely accused and deserve to be set free, those who rehabilitate their life and deserve another chance in society, those who have to spend the rest of their life in prison, those who are sleeping on the street, those who are in mental hospitals and in nursing homes, and those who have been experimented on and mistreated. I pray for the elderly. I pray for the babies. I pray that the Most High protect them and watch over them. I pray for the fatherless and the motherless. I pray for the orphan and the widow. I pray for the sick and shut in. And ask the Most High to guide my tongue and my heart that I speak the words of truth to bring forth truth to our brothers and sisters out there who's struggling and don't even know they need an answer to the things they doing and the things they're being a part of and portraying. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Because we've been manipulated and convinced that these things are okay. And there's no repercussions from it from no one. Do what you want, say what you say, walk how you want to walk. You can walk in your own way. Ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. There's no God. There's nobody to answer to but yourself. And well, this government or whatever government you're under. Because if you get caught walking in your own ways, I promise you, you're gonna pay them. You may not pay the victim, but you're gonna pay the state. And I bet you walk in their ways. Feel that. We're gonna be reading that, brothers and sisters, out of we're gonna start in Mark 7, verse 7, 7 to 13. And we just want to get a understanding of how this world operates and manipulates and leads and controls people and why that shouldn't be. Huh? And I'm talking about everybody. I'm not leaving nobody out. From the politics to the preachers, the elders, all of them. I'm talking about all of them. And they can take it how they want. But truth is truth. And being real is real. And that's all it is to it to me. You know. I've tried everything. So you can't tell me my lesson when I've already learned it from your actions. Okay? Scriptures, Mark 7, 7, 1 through 13. Howbeit, in vain do they worship me,
teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandments of God, ye hold the traditions of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do, from physically to your worship into the Most High God. You're doing what you want to do. You celebrating Christmas. You celebrating Easter. You thinking you doing these things. And they was taught that you was doing these things as a worship and a thing and a celebration to the Most High God. That's what you thought. And that's how you reacted. And through years, you was taught that. Your parents was taught that. You taught your children that. If they ain't went to church, you taught them that Christmas is Christ's birthday. Easter is when Christ passed away and rose from the dead. And the rest of the holidays, we give them to Satan, whatever we going to do. Halloween and Lucky Charm Day and all the other foolishness they got. All these traditions and customs that's not of the Most High God. And if you go back and read the death of them, they link back to a different date, to a different God that has nothing to do with Christ. You just have to go back and look and want to love the Lord that much to believe in him and do what he say and not what people tell you to say and what you do. Huh? You got to be led by the Spirit, brothers, because that's the only way you can really understand truth. Because you're battling between two worlds. Scripture say, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness, against rulers in high places. People got the power to manipulate you behind the scenes and make you think you're doing a just deed, a righteous deed when you're doing something wrong. You have to be aware of that. Let's go on, brothers and sisters. And you say unto them full well, ye reject the commandments of God, that ye may keep your own traditions. Ring a bell? Yeah, but we know Christ's birthday ain't on the 25th, but we do it for the kids. It's our tradition. Yeah, we found out that Christ didn't rise in 2 days, that he rose in 3, but we still celebrate that Good Friday and that Sunday as Christmas. Even though we know we didn't come to the conclusion and awareness that it's not properly with the Most High. We don't care. We've been doing it this long. I'm going to keep on doing it. It's the way I do things. It's what I do. Hey, brothers and sisters, don't get me wrong. I love the Lord. So when I say that, when you love somebody, you want to know how to please them, how to make them happy, how to do something right in their sight, that they can see the goodness in you and know that you love them the way they love you, or you try to love them, even if their love is so much greater than yours. You're at least trying. And when you hear something that don't add up with what does say the Most High God, you're going to try to correct it and find out. Right? So after we found out about these traditions, let's go on. Let's do this. Let's go to Jeremiah. After we find out about this, will we keep on doing it? Will we keep on going against the Most High God? After we find out, will we keep teaching these traditions to our children to keep passing on when we know it's wrong? Why would you do that? Why would you hurt your child? Why would you hurt your people that way? What would make you be so evil to allow your child to do something against the Most High, and you know it's going to be repercussions, and you know better? Do you know you're responsible for that child's life in which you're teaching them? And do you know if that child go on and teach another child and another child, it all comes from you because you knew better and didn't break the cycle? Let's read Jeremiah 10th chapter. Hear ye the words which the Lord spake unto you, O house of Israel. Thus say the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Zodiac signs, all of that foolishness. For the custom of the people are vain, For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, and worketh of the hand, and the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fashion it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must need be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. Let's go in the history of this tradition. Christ didn't born on December 25th, but Nimrod did, who was an anti-god or semi-god, whatever you want to call it. And when he died, a tree grew over his thing. His mama, from what I heard, took on his son and went on, who is Esther. These things that you say, oh man, that don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing to you if you don't respect God. But it means a lot to God. And we can prove it in scripture. It means a whole lot to God. Whether you accept it or not. It means a lot to him. And it means so much to him that he won't just do you something. He'll send it down the line. And it'll be generations of you all. Because of some wickedness you decided. Scripture. Exodus 34:13 and 15. But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their Asherah poles. But thou shalt worship no other God. For the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods. And one call thee, and thou eat it of his sacrifice. When you telling us to come to your Christmas party and all this here, you asking us to go celebrate some other God. Because that's not the God of the Bible. And for what reason why we just take that and just roll with it, I don't know. We just take it and roll with it. Well, my people did it, this one did it. So man, that's what it is. And that's not what it is, brothers and sisters. It's what the Lord said it is. It's having other gods before him, whether you want to accept it or not. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For the Lord thy God am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children, upon the third and fourth generations to them that hate him. If you treat the Most High and disrespect him, he gonna come see about you. And you know better. You know better. So my question is, if the life you've been living has never given you the proper honor or respect that a whole race of people should have not gotten, then you're selling out for your few little pennies while the rest of your people starve and die for lack of knowledge and truth. And you're not allowed, because of the money you're getting and the publicity and the things you're getting, to elevate, else your money will be taken. Second segment, we're going to get in this on our leaders and how they know how far to go as gatekeepers to the people. They know it's only so far and so many things you can do, and so many things you are allowed. And if you go past that, there'll be repercussions for you. And that's just the way it is. But that's not the way it should be. And we got to make it right as God's people. And we got to quit letting these people convince us to just stand under their umbrella and be pawns for their little games while they manipulate us and bring others into their foolishness instead of being allowed to study according to the scripture.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. All praise to the Most High God. I just want to say, brothers, you remember in our communities when we drive together, when everybody helped each other and looked out for each other, when we had a good community, not being infiltrated by the internet and all.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Second half of
the way it really should be. Feel me? Shalom.
That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, that's the way it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. Brothers loving brothers every day in the sunshine. Brothers got each other definitely on their mind for good. Don't think evil of another. Brothers loving brothers, trying to help each other. If your back is down, then mine is down. Other brothers come around and try to make a fool of sound. But I'm trying to help you, my brother, cause that's the way it is, and we should be helping with one another. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, that's the way it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. We all in the hood feeling good today, with the spirit of the Most High flowing in the right way. Melchizedek spirit of the holy order flowing down from the elders to all the sons and daughters. Generation of blessed, confessing and professing Christ, with the spirit of the Most High as the center of my life. Walking in the spirit of love every day, cause that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, that's the way it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. So there you have it, the Melchizedek order, when we was all together as one, providing, striving as one with the universe, one with the animals, one with the trees and the forest. We was one with God's creation. And when we lost it, we lost the will to survive and strive. Let's get that back where it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. That's the way it is. That's the way it should be. Loving one another, brothers and sisters. That's the way it should be. Arm in arm. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. No strife in this, no harm in this. A woman know where her place should be. A man know where
supposed to be. Everybody in the order, Melchizedek, doing everything, we all on deck. We finding out the truth, we doing it right. Everybody, every day and night, we following all the bell.
And that's the way it should be.
And that's the way it is. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way. And that's the way it should be. Help me out, me. Sing your song. Help us get along.
Melchizedek, spirit of the holy order. Melchizedek. Melchizedek, spirit.
God, Melchizedek spirit.
Of the holy order. Melchizedek.
Yeah, that Melchizedek spirit of the holy order. The Shabbat, where everything, all things in common, where we didn't have no people struggling, because everybody was all on one, and everybody was in one accord, and everybody catered to each other's needs and made sure everybody wasn't struggling or having no problems with each other. Huh? So not only is it going on in the communities, but here's the worst catch-up of the thing. These things are being pushed by people who got platforms and power to make you believe these things are right. And we finna get into them. All of them. Mark 12. I'm sorry. Matthew 23. I'm going to start at the first verse. Yeshua said to the crowd and to his disciples, the Pharisees and the teachers of the law are experts in the law of Moses. So obey everything they teach you, but don't do as they do. After all, they say one thing and do something else. They pile heavy burdens on people's shoulders and won't lift a finger to help. Everything they do is just to show. It's just to show off in front of others. They even make a big show. Wait. I'm sorry. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Apologies. I'm going to start over. Then spake Yeshua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying to the scribes and Pharisees the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not what they say they don't do. But they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. They gave y'all all of these hard tasks. Oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate Christmas. Oh yeah, get y'all their money together, buy the children something, tell them Santa got it for them. Y'all go celebrate Nimrod's birthday as Christ's birthday. And y'all, have a good time, party, fight, get drunk. The actions that is being portrayed on Christmas has nothing to do with Christ. The evil and debauchery that's going on that day has nothing to do with Christ. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phalansters and enlarge the borders of their garments, and love the uppermost rooms at the feast and the chief seats in the synagogue. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Those who seeking that honor and respect. And I'm talking about them all. It ain't no big eyes, little U's. I'm talking about the president, the government, the Senate, the pastor, the preacher, the pope, the elders, the deacons. They all seeking to be worshiped and respected instead of letting the Spirit use them to gather the people under a true order, not under an army dictatorship and all these foolishness and do what we say. Okay, we can't celebrate Christmas, but you got to do what we got. But you got to do everything we say. Okay, you want to start a community charity to help people in your community? You got to ask us to do it. The Holy Spirit didn't speak to you. He spoke to me. The Spirit of truth didn't tell you to go do this. He put it on my heart to do this. To do a righteous act for the people. To bring awareness to the people. Nobody told me to get my own podcast and start bringing forth this word. The Most High blessed me to do that. To His glory. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it if I'd have been with one of these organizations or something. I'd have had to get their authority because they got their certain rules and guidelines. And some of them don't even have nothing to do with the Most High. They got their picks and chooses of who they tolerate to do what and who they don't tolerate. Come on, man. It's not of the Most High, brothers, sisters. It's supposed to be the Spirit moving amongst the church like it did with the disciples, like it did with Christ. The Spirit moved. And Christ passed that love on and branched out. He didn't go hold no forces against them, call them next day and say, brother, you can't be doing that. Hey, brother, you can't be being nice to nobody without asking us to be nice. You can't be teaching the word if we don't want you to teach. Oh, you can't say that. That ain't what we teaching. Is it truth? Is the question. Whether you learned it or I learned it from the scriptures, is it true? Does it bear witness with your spirit? Or do I have to wait till you tell me what your elder said, what your deacon said, what your preacher said? No, brother, I got to be led by the Spirit. I got to have a pure heart, sincere heart to do righteousness with God. I can't be no different than nobody else in the church. Ain't no preacher, no deacon, nothing supposed to be doing nothing out of line and still have their position. It's supposed to be no disrespect in the church. And you see Christ telling them that. Look what y'all doing. Y'all talking all that talk, but y'all ain't doing nothing that y'all say do. I see so many kinks in y'all armor. It's a shame. And when you really have the Spirit of the Most High God, you're going to see those kinks in the armor. I don't care who it is. You're going to see them kinks in the armor. You're going to see, oh, Lord. They ain't no better than the Sunday church. Oh, Lord, here we go again. Think we found righteousness. We just found a little truth to lead us into more truth. The Most High is leading you. He's teaching, bringing you into all righteousness if you seeking righteousness. But if you seeking a device to control and manipulate the people to do what you want them to say so that you can build off of them, that's not what it's about. That's not what the Most High ordained us for. Let's read on, brothers and sisters. And greetings in the marketplace to be called of men, rabbi, elder, deacon, preacher, pope. whatever they call it, pastor, officer, deputy, sheriff. You ain't doing right by the people to make it better for all the people. Your job ain't in jeopardy because there's crime and stuff going on, because there's people hungry, there's people not being railed up right because of poverty. I ain't got no time to raise my child if I got to be at work at McDonald's and work a double shift to just try to keep a roof. I can't watch it. I'm barely making it. So he out there stealing and cutting up himself, trying to help out too. Where's the Shabbat? Where's the all things in common? Well, we don't have this. How can we rid out greed and envy and all of this? Where we won't have murders and killings and robbings. We can make other people's jobs much easier if we live the righteously according to the scriptures, and not according to the corruptness of these communities and societies that they pushing us through social media and all of this here. This is where these children getting these fashions and trends from. And looking stupid and silly. Got their bodies all marked up and their faces all pierced up and their faces all marked up. Not even knowing this is against the Most High. But be not ye called rabbis, for one is your master, even Christ. And all ye are brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father, which is in heaven. Neither be ye called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. You see these guys in there and they doing all of this foolishness and they trying to be famous and they want to be stars. And they get up there and they get all into this stuff and think they're untouchable. And people got all kinds of stuff on them that they just waiting for them to slip so they can take their catalog and all their money back and show them that they were touchable. Took your gifts, exploited you, made billions off of it, and then took the little billion you made. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. That's all we got. Talking loud, saying nothing. What you talking about, Jack? Trying to box the people in and do them all kinds of things, and you so wrong and doing so much dirt. Got so much dirt hiding under your stuff, so much you tolerating and allowing, and you call yourself a leader. A leader of what? A leader of evil? If this ain't righteousness for all the people, then this ain't righteousness for none of the people. Come on, man. You making more money burying people than you is making them live. You're destroying the people. You're gatekeepers. You're taking the people so far, and you're limiting them to what you want them to be, like they belong to you and not the Most High. We're going to be back with the conclusion of this. And like I say, we just want to know, sorry about that. You know, people, the devil is busy. I'm trying to do something righteous. The devil is always in there trying to bring something bad about it. Sometimes, you know, dealing with all of these people, we find out, you know, that it's like we better off without them. For the things they be pushing on us and teaching us, They ain't showing us leadership. They're showing us evilship. And that ain't right. We just need to start thinking about the way we carrying ourselves and what we doing to our people. Yeah, all praise to the Most High. That's one of my samples that I'm working on, and I just want to share a little bit of it with y'all. It's gonna be a nice song that we putting together to bring forth some praise to the Most High. And in concluding this, I just want to say, brothers and sisters, we got to stop being so lazy. I know slavery might have breed some ugly things into us that we, probably need to get over and get by and get past. But brother, one thing we definitely need to get past and get by is not being concerned and aware of how we're supposed to be acting according to the Most High. Because if we don't, these people are going to box us in into concentrated levels of living and then destroy who they don't want and keep who they want. Because power brings craziness. Because people don't know how to handle power. We've never been taught that. We've been taught evil. Evil with money, evil in life, evil in coming up in life. We've been taught things that I speak to our shame that we should be ashamed of. I heard somebody say, man, how can somebody say they're rich and they got people homeless and people without, people barely making it, and people sick and can't afford to get the help they need? How can it be people out there with all these plunders of wealth when they got maybe 30 people can use maybe about $40,000 just in medical bills that they won't be struggling? It's a bad way of living. And it's a bad way of how can I rejoice in a holiday season, if that's what they call it, when I'm broke and my children looking at me for hope and I'm barely keeping a roof over our head. And there's people wasting my rent money on a Christmas tree. Come on, man. It's not the way, bro. That's not the way. Just think about the scriptures that have been read and the things that have been said. And think about there gotta be a better way for you and me. Not just for the rich and the wealthy. Why is certain of us so much hated, so stereotyped and controlled to just be big consumers of the earth? While the others is the ones who gather all what you consume for you to pay for. Just some things to ponder on, some things to think about. Think about your health. Think about what's best for your life, best for your children's life, a better way of life. Somebody gotta start. I pray y'all help, strength. I pray equal opportunity for all. I pray the Most High bless each and every one of you to gain the knowledge and the advancement you need, that you have time to spend studying with Him instead of time working all the time, that you just got to talk to Him in your mind. I'm sure everybody needs a little time just to meditate and talk to the Most High. Just vent. Who else better to lay your cares on but Him? I've been doing it all my life. I ain't never came up short yet. All praises to the Most High. Y'all be blessed this cold day. And I pray that everybody, Most High, touch in a special way. Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'll be blessed.